You know what they say. Keep it balanced. Keep it cute. But baby, my balance, it comes from above. So step light. Hold your head high. We gon' praise and still look fly. Weighing every season, heart on one side, truth on the other. Grace in my walk, glory in my cover. Step to the left, I'm aligned. Peace in my heart, made of mine. Wrist shining, Bible in my bag. Gold on my neck, Savior in my swag. Hey, born with the scales in my head. Still I lay it all in His plan. Measured by mercy, not fame. He called my star by my name. I'm a Libra in the light, standing tall in my faith. Pretty smile, holy style. I got heaven on my face. Oh yeah. When I move, when I glide, it's the grace in my stride. Balanced by the blood, that's my scales and my pride. That's my scales and my pride. Hey, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, hands up high, heels on beat, praise in the club, praise in the street. Halo over this laid out lace, a little gloss, whole lot of grace. They see the charm, but He sees the core. He opened doors I ain't asking for. So I two-step, testify, slide every turn. He by my side. I'm a Libra in the light, standing tall in my faith. Pretty smile, holy style. I got heaven on my face. When I move, when I glide, it's the grace in my stride. Balanced by the blood, that's my scales and my pride. That's my scales and my pride. Whoa, left, right, spin it, back, stay true. If you love the Lord, let Him shine. Hey, heart in the clouds, feet on the floor. We give Him the praise, then we give Him some more. I'm a Libra in the light, standing tall in my faith. Pretty smile, holy style. I got heaven on my face. When I move, when I glide, it's the grace in my stride. Balanced by the blood, that's my scales and my pride. That's my scales and my pride.
Hey everybody, this is your girl Creole, Butterfly Libra, Butterfly Coco 929, coming to you from the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful and the horses are fast. Other horses are beautiful and the women are fast. It just really depends on what you like. I want to say happy birthday, happy Kensiata, happy bar mitzvah, and happy anniversary. Did I say that? Happy anniversary, happy birthday, happy Kensiata, happy bar mitzvah to Lottie Dottie, and every darn body under the sound of my voice, okay? And you know I'm open to what the smooches, so you get a smooch, everybody gets a smooch, all right? So apply when necessary, all right? All right. Okay, y'all. So on the docket today, and shout out to all my subbies that will be listening to this later on. I love y'all so much. You keep me relevant. I appreciate you guys. May the Lord give to you all 100-fold. Also give you all a special supernatural creative miracle. Okay. All right. Anywho, I wanted to talk about something that I heard today from a family member, and I've heard something like this once before. I got permission to mention this story because I don't believe in telling people's story if they don't want it told. What's up, JB? How you doing? How's your doing? How's your doing? How's your other doing? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I don't tell people's business without asking first. And sometimes it slip out, but I don't tell no names. So I be like, oh, please forgive me. They're like, I don't care nothing about that. I'm like, oh, good. So we're going to talk about sexual harassment, okay? But not for the woman, for the man, all right? Because it's totally different when it comes to men in the workplace with sexual harassment, all right? So just to give you a brief understanding, sexual harassment is, well, it ain't this. Okay, let's turn it off. Okay. Sexual harassment is any unwelcome sexual behavior, advance, or attention that makes a person feel offended, humiliated, or unsafe. It can be verbal, it can be nonverbal, it can be physical, digital, and can happen in workplace, schools, online. Oh, online. Shut up. Did y'all know it could be online? And that I did not know, okay, or in public. Shut up. So you mean to tell me somebody I can sue somebody for sexual harassment if they send me something online? What you talking? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Oh my gosh. Hey, that's a whole nother animal. Wow, did y'all know that? I didn't know that. I swear I didn't. I feel like I'm dumb. Dum 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 dum. Okay. Anyway, one form is called quid pro quo. Okay, is for Latin. This occurs when an employment decision, promotion, grades, or continued employment are explicitly or implicitly made conditional on a person's submission to unwelcome sexual behavior. Okay, hostile environment. That's a self-explanatory, and then you have these different common examples. Okay, you have verbal, physical, and visual are digital. Wow. Okay. Anyway, let's go. So, one of my family, well, I'm gonna start off with this one. Somebody I know told me one day that he's at work and this girl just keeps pushing up on him and he keep trying to let her know, I don't see you that way, I'm not interested in you. She even went as far as to come and sit and watch him work, telling him, yeah, I'm gonna make you my man, and all and all of this. Thirsty much? Let me stay focused. Stay focused, Coco. Okay. So, I'm gonna make you my man, and all of that just really uncomfortable stuff. He's not interested in, and just shows up like if he's eating, a couple of times she came over and sat with him while he's eating and stuff. Y'all, come on, women. We got to stop being so thirsty, okay? Anyway, that's sexual harassment. If the man has told you he's not interested in having that type of relationship with you, and everything, and your advances is not accepted, okay? Now if he cuss you out and call you all type of names, then you're gonna run to HR and say that you feel threatened. You understand what I'm saying? It's like sometimes men, they don't have a leg to stand on, y'all, and I feel bad about that. I really do feel bad about that because they like, dang if I do, dang if I don't. You know what I'm saying? And everything. It must be okay. Oh, it's my grandson. Okay, I thought today was his birthday, and actually, it's July 31st. Y'all, okay. Anyway, back to my commentary. I'm gonna text him back in a minute. At least I'm early and not late. Okay. So, in that situation, I understand. To be honest, the guy is very handsome. Okay, and he is a catch. I can understand how she would be very much, attracted to him. But dude, if he say he ain't into you, he's just not that into. He's just not that into you. You can't force no man to. Huh? Lord, where we going? Where we going? See, here's my thing. Even with these women that drop on one knee, mad early, okay? Even with these men, I mean these women who drop on one knee and propose to these men, you out of line, sis. You are. You very much out of line. Because let me tell you something. A man knows if you the type of woman he want to screw, have as a friend, or marry. Whether he's ready or not, he'll say, it's marriage material. I ain't ready for that, so I ain't even gonna entertain that. No, All right, no, it's just a buddy. Let's holler. I'm gonna holler. Hey, what's up? And all that. No, I just want to get in her drawers. Okay, I want to stick my pole in her drawers. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, okay. However, if a man ain't trying to do none of those with you, take your L and thank him for being honest and move what we call the hell on. Okay? Anyway, second thing, it's done escalated. A family member, okay, came and talked to me. And they've been talking to me for like 2 weeks about this particular female at their job. And I told them today, go to HR. It's done got to a point, you're gonna have to beat her to HR. See, sometimes women are scorned when a man turned them down. They're scorned. And they do everything they can to pay you back for turning them down. Okay. Now it hasn't went there yet, but it's on its way. This particular person, it was like three people that needed a ride home, she being one. And so, since he had other men in the car, he was like, yeah, I'll take you home. And even though she was closer to his house, he took her home first. And the other men, he's like, y'all gonna have to ride with me while I take her home. Okay. So she's going around telling everybody that he's just playing hard to get, that he wants her. Even though everybody has heard him talk about his girlfriend who he's been with for 6 years, they in love, they just not ready for marriage yet, and they cool. They don't know if they'll ever be ready for marriage, but they faithful to each other. It's all about each other. He ain't going nowhere, blah, blah, and blah. Okay. And she even knows this. He said, nah, I got a woman, hey, we've been together for blah, blah, blah. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't looking at nobody. That's my baby. And she told somebody, I want to screw her and him. I don't care nothing about him having a girlfriend. We, all three of us, can get together. Let that simmer. Let that simmer. He said, no, ma'am, no, thank you. So she has some sex pictures on her phone, like pictures of her cool cat and all of that stuff. And she sent them to one of his friends that he worked with. And one of his friends, like, man, I got something to show you. He's like, nah, don't show me nothing. He's like, nah, dude, you gotta see this. He said, what is it? He said, nah, I'm just gonna show you. And so he showed him the picture of her cool cat. He said, oh man, don't do it. He started laughing. The dude started laughing. He said, man, that ain't funny. He said, first of all, it looked like shredded meat. Second of all, don't ever do it. I got a woman. Don't do it to me. He's like, I know, dog, she's into you. That's old girl, the one that keeps saying that y'all gonna get together and you want her and all this. He's like, really, I wouldn't mess with her now. You just sending your coochie pics to anybody? He said, nah, I would never be caught with a woman like that. Okay. He said, now me and her trying to do something, and she sent me a picture. I sent her a picture. That's that. He said, but I ain't trying to be with her. And she sent them to the factory. Okay. So every day he talks about his woman and how he's like, baby girl, I'm not in. No, baby, we can be workmates where we speak because we got to work together, but there is nothing between me and you. I'm not interested in you like that. I don't look at you like that, and all of this. How many times can a man tell you? And not these men that play with your man and play with your feelings and won't stand up and say, you know what? I like you, but right now I'm not ready to deal with a relationship. No, I'm talking about somebody that straight up said, no, ma'am, it's not going to happen. I got who I want. I'm not interested in messing around with her. I don't want another woman. You are not my type. I mean, how many times can somebody tell a woman that and it not registered that he's saying that? Because in some crazy women's mind, the first thing they'll think is, oh, he just he just playing hard to get. Because that was the next thing that she said. Oh, he just playing hard to get. I like to chase a man, so he just playing hard to get. He gonna be mine. So now he's took the belt off, he's took the safety off, and now he went crazy. He done cussed her unconscious. Okay. None of that nice stuff was working. None of that, gentleman stuff was working. She still kept on, kept on, kept on. So now he done went Iggerish. Okay? He done went Iggerish. And, he even talked to her baby daddy and said, look, I told you I don't want your woman, your baby mama. Please take her back so you and your family can be happy. Keep her away from me. People done told you, nah, he ain't looking at her. She's looking at him. He said, I'm telling you, man, keep away from me. So when he asked me, I told him today, I said, I tell you what, I said, I kind of see where this is going, and women that scorn are very dangerous. You've come too far in your life, and you're trying to do the right thing to allow some coochie to be mad because you won't hit her, you won't screw her, you won't do none of that stuff to her, and yeah, for you to lose your job over that. So you beat her to HR. You go to HR, and you let them know your witnesses that have heard and that she talks to and everything, so they can put a distance between y'all. Because if you're in the same section, somebody gonna have to leave. Because that creates a hostile working environment. And even though you're a man, you still need to be protected. So my thing is, y'all, when do men get their rights protected? We always talking about women's rights. And he still said that to her. And he did that to her. And all this and stuff. And we fight for women's rights and stuff, but nobody really holds up the stain or hold up the banner for men. And I don't think that's right. Because you got some good men out here. And they tell you up front, baby, I'm no, it ain't gonna happen. I told y'all, and I gave y'all two scenarios of, the men at work and everything. One woman just gonna come and just gonna infiltrate his area, watch him work, all this is stuff, push y'all up on him. Excuse me, baby, I ain't into it. I mean, come on now. Come on. Come on. Okay, so I'm also in this group. Okay, here we go again. I'm in this group, right? And I joined this group. Y'all, let me tell you what it's called because I want y'all in there too, okay? I want y'all in there too. Hold on. Because y'all know I love me some men, okay? I ain't never hid the fact. I love me some men. Don't get it twisted. I really do. I really do. It's called, and I quote, hold on. It's on Face the Book. It's on when you face the book, okay? Where we go? Hold on. This is for women. It's actually for men. And I'm gonna tell you why. It's called G for God dot B for beard dot G for God and then space gray GREY space beard gang. Okay. And cause I love men, okay, I joined it, right? And they accepted me. They accepted me. And all the men in here got beards. Okay, they got beards. And when I tell you, baby, we got some nice looking melanated men. Do you hear me? I'm talking older melanated men. These men don't look like they age. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? These birds look all luscious and healthy. And my God, today, yes, I had to join that group. It came across my timeline, and I'm like, I wonder if women can join this, or is this just men? And so the creator of the group said it was at first just for men to come with the beard so everybody can, have a place for all the men with the beard and talk about, their care for their beard and just things like that, like when, just a place for men. But so many women was like, you gotta let us in here to look at this inventory because these men are fine. They are fine. So the man opened it up to women, but they're selected. They have to select you to be in there. And honey, this bird game, baby. Mm, when I tell you, these black men have made me feel very good being a black woman because baby, them birds are healthy. They ain't ashamed to show who they are. When I tell you what, okay, now I'm bringing all it up because there are some thirsty women in this group, and that's not even what this group is about. But we got women in here that done start showing they boobs, they done start showing they crease in they butts, and all this and stuff. And this one woman said, and I quote, I know I'm gonna get ate up for this, but I got to say it. Said, y'all women are thirsty. So some of y'all women are thirsty. It don't make no sense. And y'all wonder why men don't take us serious. Like that. Because y'all in there showing all your goods and like y'all ain't never had a man before. And a couple of these women's like, well, if I'm thirsty, honey, pour water on me. I need they water on me. Honey, they can do whatever they want to do with me. And I'm like, that's a very immature woman. That's a woman that is grown in age, but not in mentality at all. Okay. It's weird. It's weird. And I agree with that woman. I told her, I agree with you. I said, for the simple fact, us real women that know who we are, we handle business and all this and stuff, it's like, I like you, but this other one is showing me all her good. So I'm going to kind of go over here with this other one so I can, hit and do all that because I know I can't do that with you. And so they missed out on a good opportunity with a beautiful woman inside and out because they looking for trash. They looking for ash. Okay, and everything, but it's desperate.com.org.net, and it just trips me out how desperate women are. I mean, I ain't, like I said, I ain't been with a man since 2021, and okay, I'm quite sure I got some cobwebs and stuff, but yeah, ain't nobody gonna knock my cobwebs off unless I want them to, and I'm not gonna be desperate enough to say, you know what, I'm gonna sleep with you just to sleep with you. No. And trust me, if there's well, I ain't gonna tell you that. Drink y'all water and mind your business. Y'all not gonna hear that. Okay. So anyway, but I don't know whatever happened with women being discreet. I whatever happened with women being discreet. So I mean, the harassment is weird. Even in this group, they harassing these men and all this and stuff. And even I've seen men say, you nice looking, but I'm not into, I'm not interested in nothing beyond Facebook. And they, oh, come on, are you gay? You must be gay. Why come a man gotta be gay because he's not into you? I don't understand. Maybe it's just me. But I gotta stick up for my brothers too, because I love me some men. Okay, I love me some men. So I gotta stick up for my brothers, and plus I got brothers, like biological brothers, and I wouldn't want none of them getting caught up in anything. I got male biological cousins, I got male sons, male grandsons. So no, man, I don't want them to end up with nothing thirsty. Mm-mm. Because if you quick to give it out to this man, how many other men have you passed it out to? And believe it or not, herpes and I forgot the other sexual transmitted disease is at an all-time high. I mean high. And that's another reason why I don't just want to lay down with nobody. I ain't had not even the common cold from my spouse. So what I look like being with one man for over 30 years and all of a sudden I'm asleep with somebody and then I'm like, it don't even seem right, player. It just really don't, you know. And whatever, why is it so underrated? People get mad because you're a classy woman. Why is that such a bad thing to be? You carry yourself a certain way or whatever. You hear people, you think you all that, you this, that, and the other. Why? Because I carry myself with respect. I respect me. It's weird. It's really, really weird. And I just don't get it, y'all. I'm hoping that as time goes on, that men can get justice as well as women. Okay. Uh okay, check this out. All right. This man said, crazy thing of the day. I met someone off the group. Everything was going well. Started to take her to lunch on my lunch break. This where you get messed up at. There was three kids now all. Let me see, three kids now all in six, 7, and the oldest was 9. They cannot help them getting something to eat. Okay. Of course, I said yes. Next time I know this woman that I was with screaming out loud how she wouldn't buy those kids it and said she should take the food away from them, of course, me being me, I walked away. I do not believe in not helping someone, and I definitely cannot be with someone who feel that way about children, cold-hearted towards anyone. So if you read this, then young lady, I was out with I don't ever want to see you again. So now y'all surprising men that want to take you on a date by bringing your kids. Lord, you can't make this stuff up. I mean, seriously, you cannot make this stuff up. This is wow. Really, you go on a date and you bringing your kids. You don't know if that man's a serial killer, a rapist, or not, and you bringing your children. Y'all, where are we going in the world? What's going on? And that's why I said some of these groups I've left because the women are showing up too thirsty. I want a mature group, and you know, one person actually, one of the owners of a group actually got in my inbox and was like, "We saw that you left the group. Was it something that we did, or did you have a bad experience?" And I thought that was sweet, and I was like, "No, just the women that's in most of the women that's in this group does not represent who I am. They're too thirsty, and that's not me, and I'm not even gonna put myself in it." So you know, I said when I joined this group, it was one way. Now everybody's allowed to come in, and all these women coming in with their cheeks hanging out, their boobs hanging out, talking about I'll suck you up, and I'm not with that, and I don't want my name attached to this. And he said, "Wow, okay." I said, "Yeah, but thank you for asking." Yeah, I just ain't with it. I'm not. Call me a prude if you want. I don't care. So I just wanted to know about that, y'all, because like I said, this family member is going to have to go to HR and put a sexual harassment form in against this woman because I don't see it getting no better. A man can only tell you 564,000 times that he's not interested in you, okay? And you know, what more do you want him to do? And like I said, my family members don't believe in hitting women and all of that. That's not in their nature. They wasn't even brought up like that. So they not now the women, now us being they, cousins and all that, now we might whoop your ass for them, okay? And I ain't trying to be funny. We might catch you in the parking lot and dust you real quick, tell you stay away from our family member, because they not gonna hit you, but we'll whoop you up. Okay. So, and I think I think the family is on we waiting to hear it go. My family is the females is like, let me know when. Let me know when. All you gotta do is let me know when and we showing up. So I hope, this family member gone and go when they get to work and report her to HR and bring his particular witnesses and stuff that he has so that they can put a buffer in that and it protects him because like I said, women, and I'm using that term loosely, but women that are scorned will try to take your job. They'll try to make you suffer and laugh about it just because you told them I don't want you. you know I don't know what happened to this lady, and everything that makes her do what she's doing. I don't know what happened to this lady that makes her do what she's doing, but I hope and pray that she gets help because something's wrong. That's not normal. That's not normal at all. Something's wrong. Either she's done been hurt, her self esteem is in the toilet. Something is going on, but that's not normal. It's not. It's not. Lord, let me get off this Facebook while I'm talking to y'all because I don't, baby, the man is doing something. Okay, so okay, so let me give y'all an update. Okay, let me give y'all an update. Okay, so today is 90, it's gonna be 99 here in Kentucky, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure, but okay. So um okay, how can I say this? I wanna say this. How can I say this? um, See, here's another one. She got her booty all up in the camera, and men are saying, and the thing about it is, real men, they talking up under her clothes. I mean, like they like, oh, is that all you got to show is your A? You ain't got nothing else to offer, man, but your A. I mean, they saying some stuff now. Why she feel some type of way and take a picture now? See, that's what I'm saying. And, it's just so yeah. Whew, and I ain't even got no corns. I was gonna say make my corns hurt. I ain't even got no corns. But it's just it's y'all don't know. I hate my husband passed. Y'all don't know. Because I had planned on being married ever. Forget the four. Ever. Okay? Ever. Like, I'm talking 50. We was on our way. I mean, I had planned on being married ever. All right. So I hate my husband's dead. Y'all just don't know. Because they don't make men like him. My husband, he was a hard worker and I loved it. I loved it. He said, "I'm gonna work until I die, baby." He didn't want to retire. He said, "I will just take off whatever weeks you need me to. We'll go out of town. We'll do whatever you want to do, but I ain't retiring." And I'm like, okay. He retired me. And that's all he ever wanted to do. He said, "I'm gonna retire you, but I ain't gonna retire. I'm gonna work until I can't work no more." And I said, okay. And even he was almost 60 years old when he passed. He was still working two jobs because he wanted to, but one he was leaving. He started doing things on his own because one job took care of everything. But I think my husband worked after a while. He was working two jobs because he was bored. Like seriously, he was bored. You know, because I wasn't gonna let him run me all the way around Kentucky. He had me messed up. He had me messed up. You ain't running me out. We ain't running no. But I kind of made him slow down a little bit. So when he started working for this particular company doing forklifts, he loved forklifts. So once he started driving forklifts, he was like, "Hey, this is it. I just do overtime on this forklift." And they was working seven. They actually started working 7 days a week. Seriously, 7 days a week. And on their seventh day, they did 10-hour shifts. Crazy, crazy. Okay, but hey, he was like, "And money good though." My husband, he worked two full-time jobs, two. Okay, and before he retired me, I had a full-time job. So we was rolling. Okay, money was abundant. Okay, and I was the keeper of the funds. Like he said, "Hey, that's the bank. I make it. She know what to do with it. We ain't have no problem at all, honey, at all." So yeah, most men would say, "Nah, you ain't gonna touch my money. I know that. I don't want you to know what I got. You ain't gonna touch my money." And blah 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 blah. But we won, and we in the same house. Why you hiding from your home? I'm your home. You married me. You should trust me. I ain't gave you no reason not to trust me. That's some mental stuff that some men got to get over. And I would never marry a man that feel like he had to keep secrets from me. I would never marry a man that feel like, I gotta dig out of him, I beg him to talk. I don't do that. If I gotta do all that with you, you know what category I keep you in. The acquaintance category or the buddy category. Because if I gotta dig something out of you, it ain't worth it. It's just not worth it. I'm too together for that. And I know people be like, "Oh, she make me sick." Okay, then I just make you sick. Go to the doctor. But nah, we ain't doing that. I'm too together for that. So, it is what it is. And everything. So, but honey, I took care of man. We took care of each other. Feel that. They used to make fun of my husband because he would tell them, "I'm going home." His friends be like, "Ah man, I'm going home." "Ah, your woman must gonna get mad." He said, "No, my woman ain't gonna get mad." He said, "But I love my wife. I love laying up on them thighs. While y'all out here trying to find what I got, something I'm gonna keep." And they shut up with all that because they know he ain't care nothing about all that. Where some men, if your friends make fun of you, you got to prove your friends that they ain't right. So you start mistreating your wife. That's crazy to the. That is so crazy. You gonna mistreat the woman that lays in front of your face that you gave your last name to just to prove your friends wrong? Your friends, same friends that before you got her was doing the same thing they doing. A lot, and I, you know what? One of my one of my husband's brothers, he's called his brother. Like he got biological brothers, but it was four of them that was so close they were like brothers. And I remember one day I was waiting on my husband at their clubhouse that they had, and he came to the car, and I was like, "What's up?" He was talking to me and everything. He said, "Let me tell you something. I told your husband that he better not mess up with you because you a good catch. You a good woman, and all this and stuff." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Now he should have known I was gonna tell my husband. I don't know why he even thought that that was gonna fly with me, but he should have known I was gonna tell my husband. So finally, my husband could tell something was wrong, and when we got home, he could tell something was wrong. And I was just like, "Nah, ain't no wrong, but I got something to tell you." He said, "Okay." I said, "It's about one of your brothers." And he looked at me and said, "Go ahead." And so I told him. I just told him what was said. I ain't add no more. I ain't taking nothing away. But that's the type of relationship we had. We was honest with each other, even if it hurt. We felt like I'd rather for you to hurt me with the truth than to sweeten me with a lie. So we was always honest with each other, even when there was times that I was attracted to other men and stuff. I told him about that. Catch that. So could no man come to him and say, "Your wife," you know, he would say, "She already told me." See, some of y'all ain't ready for that. Anyway, um, so yeah, he's like, "I'll be back." I knew where he was going. I was like, "Babe, now." He said, "I'll be back." And he looked at me because sometimes he can give me a look. I know what that mean, and me let him do him. And I'm like, "I'm just go ahead." And he went to Corvette, came back, because he knew what his brothers was trying. His not his biological brother, but he knew what his brother friend was trying to do. Was trying to test the waters because for some reason, the women that my husband had, other men found so attractive. They used to try to come on to them. That was weird to me, but he explained all that to me. He told me everything that happened with that, and I'm like, wow. So yeah, But anywho, I just said I like to say what I was saying. I just hate that I'm back in this single type of thing because it ain't for me. It's not. I'm a wife and I know it. And I'm just waiting. God is doing some things and I'm waiting. I ain't gonna have to wait too long. Um, you know, I'm sorry, y'all. TV popped up. And everything. And just some of the stuff that turns other women on don't turn me on. Shut up. Wow. Okay, let me tell y'all what just came across my feed. Man allegedly strangles girlfriend, dies of a heart attack while dumping the body. Say what now? Oh my God, karma hit fast. He strangled his girlfriend and was trying to get rid of the body and had a heart attack and died while trying to get rid of the body. Girl, shut up. That's another reason why I'm taking my time and letting God do what he do because these men, y'all worried. Mm. Anyway, y'all, I wanted to just talk to y'all about that. See how y'all feel about men in the workplace being sexually harassed. Do you think, because it's funny to people, like you can't fight that woman off. That's not the point. That's not the point. Of course, he's stronger. But yeah, either way he go, it's no win. So, it's time to go the road less travel. Let me just go on up here and put you on paper. People can laugh at me if they want to. I don't care. But I'm protecting me and mine. I got bills to pay. I got things I'm trying to do with this job. And I'm not going to let nobody put my job in jeopardy because they hot to try it. They coochie on fire. And if you want me that bad, you trying to show pictures of your cooch and everything, something wrong with you down there. You trying to give me something, you know. So I don't know. Anyway, y'all. Anyway. I had to go back out. I had to rip and run, take her business, um, go back out. I just got home. It is hot than Satan's toenails, okay? When I tell y'all it is hot.com, I mean it is hot.com in Kentucky. Okay. My air is thinking about working in my car. It's thinking about it. Sometimes it's like, yeah, I'm gonna work a little bit, so I gotta get my uncle to put my air in. My late husband used to do all that for my car, but I'm gonna have to get my uncle to do it when he can this week and give me some air because chocolate melts. I am cocoa. Chocolate melts. You feel me? And yeah, even though lymphatic wise, sweating is great for you. Okay, it is really, really great for you. It helps to move that stagnation in your lymphatic system. That's why they tell you, in order to get your lymphatic moving, jump on a trampoline or a little jumper, or either sit in a sauna so you can sweat because it gets your lymphatic, moving and everything, which is great. So, yeah, yep. By the way, I'm looking for yellow watermelon. I want to taste it. I think I found it. It's called a yellow watermelon. And somebody said it was a fake watermelon, but in my research, yellow watermelon was the first watermelon. People don't know that. Yellow watermelon was the first watermelon. The red watermelon came afterwards. And the reason why it's red is got lectopin in it. Lectopin. Lycopene, lectopin in it. That's what makes it red. But yellow watermelon was the very first watermelon. So, you know, I am looking to taste it. I heard it's sweet, and everything. So hopefully I found one and everything. And yeah, we're going to try that. If I do get one, I am going to take a picture of it and put it on my page and everything. So that way, y'all can see it. Not that y'all have never seen one before. But yeah, I am looking forward to that. And yeah, we're gonna go from there. What else am I trying to say real quick? How much time I got? Okay, I'm doing good. 3 more minutes. Um, I went and bought me some more olives. Yes, she did. She went and bought her some more olives and everything. So what? They passing out real money? Oh, okay. You know what? I love my family. My cousin is paying, she had two checks and she blessed two people $1,000 a piece for rent or whatever they needed it for in the memory of her mother. I love her. I swear I love her. They honored her on the news and everything once before. And they paid up some stuff for her and everything. She is a teacher. She has her own. She tried to get this place for a math academy, and they turned her down, but let a liquor store go right there in this spot. So it goes to show you what they honor. They don't care nothing about nobody knowing no math and everything. But anytime you ask, on Facebook, is anybody in Kentucky y'all would recommend to teach about math? Her name is the first name that comes up because she's a beast. She's a beast. Everybody that she trains in math, they go straight A's. Straight A's in math. So she's worth her money, and she work out payment arrangements with the parents and everything. So, she also has during the summer she has her own ice cream truck, and so yeah, people be like, when you gonna come in my area? So she's got her ice cream truck and everything that she's traveling. So she's doing her thing. So it was sweet of her to give them two people, um, you know, $1,000 a piece. And I know some people like it ain't much, but what have you gave somebody? How about that? Let's start with you. What have you gave somebody? What have you blessed somebody with? I'll wait. Since her $2,000 wasn't enough, what have you did? Oh, okay, that's what I thought. Ain't it true? Ain't it true? I love you guys. I really do. Um, I don't know if I'm gonna be back on later on or not, and everything. And it's funny that Men don't even want to talk on the phone no more. I don't get it. I really don't get it. It's like, how do you get to know somebody as a buddy, a friend, a girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, if you don't ever talk on the phone? That's weird to y'all. These men are weird. They like I said, I hate my husband is dead. Y'all just don't know. I had a great marriage. I really did. Before him, I said those other men was standing and stepping in the need. Okay, they was just standing in the need till God brought me my king. But baby, I hate he's not here for many reasons. One, just to see his face, But I hate that because these men out here, one, I don't think they really want a woman. I don't really think they know what they want. And then it's like it's like you want me to be your therapist, your sex opponent, you want me to be everything to you while you be nothing to me. And then here's the thing that men don't know that I know, and I say this to every man that I talk to. You will remember what's important to you. Don't tell me that you forgot you were supposed to call me. You forgot you were supposed to text me. You forget. No, I'm not important enough to you because you remember. Ain't nobody got to tell you go work. Why? You remember that. Why? It's important to you. Ain't nobody got to tell you to eat. Why? You remember that because it's important to you. See what I'm saying? So if I was important to you even a little bit, you would remember. So I don't fall for that. And again, I'm not your typical woman. I whatever game you play, I can play better. Trust me. We both gonna play this game. We're gonna hit and miss each other. We're gonna talk stuff to each other. And when you think you got me, okay. And I don't like no. I heard men say, I don't want no woman play no games, but you playing the biggest game of them all because you want a woman to chase you. And I ain't never seen that. To me, that's a gay man. Seriously, because a real man don't want no woman to chase them. They like to know that a real woman is interested, if nothing else, for conversation. And that makes them interested. But these new breeds, I don't know where these new breeds are made. And it's not the young ones. That's what trips me out. It's not the ones that's 30 and below. It's the ones that's 35 and up. It's like, what's wrong with you? What wrong with you? Oh no, y'all. God is good. That's all I'm gonna say. God is good, and I'm going to protect my relationship when I really solidify one. Because right now, I ain't gonna say there is not people that's not interested. I'd be lying if I say that. But right now, it ain't nothing I want to phone home about. It's not anything that I want to tell nobody about at all. When I do get my relationship that I know it's gonna be about something, it can go the distance. I'll tell y'all I'm in one, but I won't tell y'all who. I will not tell y'all who. Not at all. I'm gonna protect that like I protected my husband. We ain't doing that. I would say, now y'all, I'm off the market, and let that be the reason. And let that be the reason. I want to say shout out.
Yeah.
Right.
From Kentucky to the world, it's the ceiling of the scale. Creole butterfly, spread them wings, girl. Yeah. Born to shine, leave a balance in her soul. Creole roots deep, got that heart of gold. Butterfly in motion, grace when she fly. Every room she step in, the stars multiply. Dr.Creole, wisdom with the style. That Kentucky vibe, make the world smile. Energy, crown sitting high. Royal Libra season, can't nobody deny. Creole butterfly, Libra queen tonight. Glowing like the moon in that southern light. From Kentucky fields to the city dream. She the vibe, she the balance, she the queen supreme. Smooth with the talk, yeah, she calm the storm. Butterfly wings, transformation form. She lifting up hearts with the words she say.